sitting on my bed, which is turned into the couch now. Oh, play with your hair, play with your hair. Yeah, big exciting topic today, phony LA people. And now, y'all know that I've been getting ready to move here. I told y'all that I'm getting ready to move. Y'all know that I've been getting ready to move here. I told y'all that I'm getting ready to move, right? Like the Instagram girl with like 1 million followers, she's like, you guys know I've been moving. You know I've been getting ready to move. Can you imagine? Million subscribers? About to hit 200. I am excited about that. It's not about the numbers, it's just about the fact that I've been making my own original content. And that enough people have been enjoying it, that the subscribers are naturally increasing. I'm not doing big promotions anymore. I'm just being real with this shit. I mean, I'm still gonna be making art. I don't mean, when I say I've been real with the shit, I don't mean I'm only gonna be making videos of me talking, because that's not true. I got a whole bunch of cool shit coming up. So anyhow, the 5 of you that watch and pay attention and occasionally comment, I do so appreciate it. But let's get right into it. Phony LA people. Am I the first person? Hold on a second. Toukaloo, will you join me for a second? Is this the one and only time that someone has talked about people being phony in LA? Oh, I guess not. Pork chop. So sweet. Pickles. Yeah, I'm not the first person to talk about it. You've heard them say the plastic people, the phony people in LA. What am I, Holden Caulfield? You know, Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye, the J.D. Salinger book, went around calling everybody phonies. Am I that now? No, because look, let me just get this out of the way. I've met some people that I really like here. There's a lot of really cool people here. It's hard to meet them. It's hard to meet ones you can relate to, want to spend time with, and can be yourself around. But there are a lot of cool people here, and you can meet them. Now, for all the others, the plastics, the phonies. You know, has anybody ever mentioned that people are opportunistic in this entertainment capital of the United States? All right, look, lose the act. Okay, good. Okay, stop. Sunday morning. I said lose the act. Okay, losing it, seriously. Bro, I'm fucking buzzing right now. All that energy from not sleeping last night, because I drove to Utah in the morning, and then I drove back last night. I drank a lot of Monsters and Red Bulls and ate a lot of bad food. But I'm back here now. Okay, so let's just get into this. I just want to walk you through, and this is real. These are real people. I'm going to walk you through the phony LA stereotypes one by one. Let's just start with guy who I met because his uncle dated my mom once or something. Okay, I met him for lunch. Just so phony. He used to intern for Richard Donner, Dick Donner, pretty big dude. And he used to intern at like Marvel. Excuse me, he was like assistant to Dick Donner. You know, if you know anything about assistants. Anyhow, and this kid was just like, yeah, and after we met and talked, he was like, yeah, let's be in touch. And he was big with the advice. He was like, yeah, my advice is this, my advice is that. And I was like, how's your fucking career going? How's that side hustle of doing photography, wedding photography going? Not judging here either, nothing wrong with the side hustle. We've all done them. I still do them from time to time. But Mr. fucking industry expert is like, to me, it's like if you're giving advice and you're relying on photography to pay your bills because you're a fucking failure as a screenwriter, as a director, as a producer, as a filmmaker. So anyhow, fuck that guy, man. What happens with these people is he didn't ever want to be in touch. He, send me your script, send me this, let's do that. Let me look at this. I'd love to see what you're working on. They don't want to see what you're looking at. They don't want to see your shit. They don't want to talk to you. But then they'll come around when they got something cooking. They'll be like, hey, remember me? I want to show you the thing I did. Or, can you do this? I need help moving the thing. It's super opportunistic. And again, you've heard that before. So anyhow, there's that Marvel guy, Dick Donner's assistant. Fuck him. Fucking loser anyway. His shit sucks. He had one short film that made me laugh once. Okay, I met you, this next one, I met you at a party where I also met a very cool actress that I have a lot of respect for. Didn't even recognize her. Actually, didn't even realize I had met her because I've only seen her in younger films. Anyhow, at the same party, I met you, music artist from Once Upon a Time, made a splash in the underground. Really did make a splash in the underground. Really is friends with a lot of cool rock and roll and underground punk personalities, and is now just like the biggest name dropper I have ever met. Name dropping like it's going out of style. Name dropping like you're getting paid like per click with the name drops. Big time name dropper. And if you don't know about name dropping, that's usually, cat scratching the floor right now. you don't know about name droppers, they're usually doing that because they're insecure or because they want to. They don't have, for some reason, their artistic talents and ambitions and successes are not substantial enough to stand on their own. And so they have to be like, I know Larry King, I know this person, I know that person. Oh, I hang out with this person. This guy even was like, yeah, let's hang out. I can hook you up. Like, I'm connected. I can hook you up, which I should have known right away. It was all phony. So you do the thing. You're like, yeah, hey, do you want to get together and have lunch? I'll come to your studio. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? You try it once. They say, oh, I'm busy. I can't. Hit me up next week. It's always on you. Oh, I can't. Hit me up next week. You do it again. My thing is like, after it's happened twice, it's like, and they're not saying like, what about this time at this date? They just don't want to do it, and they're just basically having to field your little text messages because as an inconvenience, as a necessary evil of name dropping at a party and giving your number to somebody. That's what happened. And then 6 months later, almost to the date, they get in touch all of a sudden. They get in touch. Oh, sorry, I haven't been in touch. Hope you're doing okay. I heard about this. So crazy. Ah. What about the timing? One day before their big live stream show. Do I detect a correlation? Yeah, there's a correlation. They just want the stream. They don't give a fuck about you. And so here's my thing with these phonies too is people who don't give a shit about you, that's fine. Everybody is looking out for themselves. That's just real, you know. My problem with the phony shit is like, the real problem with the phony stuff is that he's not phony. The real problem with the phony stuff is that they're really operating on a pretense. They're pretending to be someone they're not, which is a person, a friend. They're pretending they give a shit about you. They're pretending they give a shit about you. They're pretending that they like you. They're pretending that they're concerned with your well-being or that they want to be friends, and it's just not true. And this is what makes a phony. Again, people who have lived out in LA, and let me say it, there's cool people here. I have met some really special people. I have a small group of friends that I really like, and you could live here for fucking 40 years and not become a phony yourself. It is possible. It's what's inside. It's what's inside you that makes you a phony. And if you're about to, you know, I think the phoniness is there all along, and you have it or you don't. If you come here and you're a phony, welcome. This is a place where you will flourish and blossom. If you come here and you're not a phony, you don't have it in you to be one, you're going to meet some phony ass motherfuckers who you're not going to like. That's just the way it is. How about this one? This one I actually was really disappointed by. You, filmmaker, writer, he's basically just a filmmaker, writer, who I do respect for having made a bunch of films, though they're not particularly good. I did sit through a lot of them, surprisingly, because you're trying to be friends with someone, you're trying to explore what's their artistic statement, what makes them tick. We went out. I call him fake James Spader, actually. He looks so much like James Spader. He lit Mrs. Bordy. He did the lighting for Mrs. Bordy. Yes, you. I'm talking about you. I mastered an album for him. Goodbye to that client. Yeah, I'm just kidding, because I'm never going to talk to him ever again anyhow, because he's a phony. He's never going to want to talk to me for any reason, because he's rejected me for some reason. So we were going out for lunches. It was great. We would just talk about movies for hours on end, and he lit Mrs. Bordy. Not greenlit. Nobody greenlights anything for me. He did the lighting for it. He's a talented DP lighting guy. He is a talented filmmaker too. So I was having all this fun hanging out with him, and then it ended. He didn't want to be in touch anymore, and it was like real the slow fade. You know how they say the slow fade in like online dating? It wasn't like cold shoulder or ghosting. The slow fade. Oh no, everything's good. Back away a little bit. No, I'd love to get in touch. I'm so busy, sorry. Whoa. They slowly fade into the distance. That's kind of like you're not comfortable leaving punctuation, like a period at the end of a sentence. You wanted to just open-ended. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a phony. I might want to use you again in the future. God, I sound bitter. Oh, you're so butthurt about the phony people. Butthurt. Remember that? Nobody says that anymore. So anyhow, this guy, again, fake James Spader, who I really liked. I was really enjoying the friendship with him. What happened? Lyokness, singer-songwriter Lyokness, a real friend, a good friend, someone who I really trust too. Trust to kill my entire family. Just kidding. She thinks it's because, her theory is that I told him, I was like, hey, I told fake James Spader, I was like, we got a new nickname for you, and it's the Sweetheart, because I knew a couple other people who knew him. We were like, you're just such a nice guy, like, so our new nickname for you is the Sweetheart. And she thinks that, like, made him mad, and he didn't want to say anything, so he just, like, disappeared, did the slow fade. My theory is different. Me Too, rape culture, racism, take your pick, wokeness. There's no topic too taboo to make a funny about, in my book, okay? If you said, oh, you can't say that, then we're going to have problems. And respectfully, yes, there are things that I don't say around certain people because I'm not trying to hurt anybody in my regular day-to-day life and in my art. My artistic expression is what it is. Me as a person is what you get. So when I'm hanging out with a friend, it's like I might have said something about Me Too or rape. I might have said something rapey, like a rapey joke. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was that or I think I was just too real for him. He was very much like one of these safe people. You know, safe people. Who was that with safe people? That was Evelyn who told me about that. Yeah, one time an old friend who's not a friend anymore, sadly, I wish it were otherwise, told me about safe people. And it was like a guy he knew in college who wanted to do a bunch of coke but wouldn't let anybody know about it. It was a big secret that he did cocaine. These safe people. So I think fake James Spader was one of these safe people, and I represented a threat to his safety and security and his position in the world. You can't possibly know anyone like me. If you do, it could be a black mark on your record and you could lose a job. Someone could not like you. You could get canceled. No! And I think that's what happened with fake James Spader. So, James Spader, fake James Spader, fuck you. Yeah, I was severely disappointed that that's how you turned out. Oh, I should mention, this is another big thing that might have happened with fake James Spader. Fake James Spader is one of these super, super, extremely opportunistic guys who they basically, once they meet you, like you can clock me, look at me on a website, I look pretty good on paper, over 350 million views on YouTube videos for songs I've produced, work with this person, work with that, started a drone movie. Look, I'm not bragging, there's some accomplishments there, okay, I've been lucky a few times. So you can look at that, and I think fake James Spader might have, and they're like, oh wow, maybe he could do something for me. That's always a big thing. They get you in their little circle, and they're like, yeah, he might be able to do something for me. I gotta make sure I keep him close to keep him close to me. He might be able to do something for me one day. And then he eventually was like, oh yeah, he'll hire me for a gig maybe, but he can't fucking help me advance my career. Fuck out of here. So I think my actual best guess is that either that's what happened to James Spader, or he just was like, I was too real for him and he wanted that fake, phony, woke, do, re, mi, tu. Can I think of another fake personality? You know, I could just summarize for you. Yes, there have been others. But at this point, if I start describing them, it's going to sound like a rerun of what I just got done saying. Because they're all kind of the same. And I will say some of them, you really can't tell if they're a nice person or not because they put so much effort into the act. They're so obsessed with everybody knowing what a good person they are that you're fucking Scoobied. You can't even tell. You can't even tell if they're good, if they're a decent person or not because they're so fucking dedicated and devoted to the act of making sure everybody thinks they're a nice person. You can't even fucking tell. So does that give you a little idea of what kind of people live out here? And that's not to say that those people aren't in New York. New York has its own breed of phoniness, but I gotta tell you, that is a way more real place. Like, there's some real motherfuckers in New York, and that shit is real, man. And lastly, I just want to say, the people who are unapologetically and unabashedly who they are and accept the fact that they're just, I'm a dick, sorry, that's who I am, I'm not gonna pretend. I oddly do respect them, even though I don't particularly like them. But I just want realness. Isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? Don't you just want people to be real with you? And isn't life short? Do we have time to do I have time to be phony and to speak to people with pretense and to have this hidden little fake cute agenda about who I am? I don't think so. I don't think so. And it doesn't feel naughty. It just feels bad. It feels bad. It feels unnatural. I can't do it. I'm going to have to counter this video by making a video about people who I really like. There's a lot of them. Alright, there's a handful. There's not a lot. But anyhow, deuces. Bye, New York City. Bye. Oh. Was that racist? I mean, I said New York City a very specific way. I did this. Oh, this is racist now because Asian people do this. And then bang. What do I have? I have nothing. Pork chop, and I say goodbye.